Hello, Titans. In this address, I will cover topics which you have most likely been wondering about in these past few weeks. I wish this address could be easier, but rather than sugarcoat things, I'm going to be upfront and honest with you. The first topic, and probably the hottest, is the state budget. This past July, the CSU system was cut $584 million by the state of California. This marked a 20% reduction in state funding. One of the most troubling facts is that this cut is over $500 million less than 10 years ago, while the CSU is currently serving 100,000 more students. In order to cover this budget shortfall while still maintaining the quality and as many jobs as possible, the CSU has implemented a three-step plan. First, the labor unions representing faculty, student services, and the university administration voted to institute a mandatory 2-day furlough per month for this academic year only. While these furloughs have been a difficult adjustment, they have saved thousands of jobs, saved hundreds of class sections, and maintained benefits for individuals working for the CSU and for their families. The second step in this plan was to institute a 20% student fee increase in addition to the 10% fee increase that was passed in May. This total increase of $990 a year was for undergraduate students. And thirdly, and possibly the most tragic, is enrollment reductions. The CSU system-wide is planning on totally closing enrollment for the spring of 2010, and this is part of a plan to reduce system-wide enrollment by 40,000 students within the next 2 years. As for Cal State Fullerton specifically, it is planned to reduce enrollment to 33,000 from our current level of 35,500 students. Unfortunately, with all these cuts and reductions, $190 million must still be cut from the CSU. This is about $37 million from Cal State Fullerton. While these facts and figures may be troubling, the ASI, faculty, and administration are all committed and are working together to ensure that we maintain our quality despite these economic circumstances. The next topic I wish to address is the construction on campus and the impact it has had on parking. As you have undoubtedly noticed, the university is building a new 6-level parking structure, which upon completion totals 1,500 spaces. The university has also begun Phase 3 of the residence halls, which will add 1,064 beds to our meager 800 beds. For 35,500 students, 800 beds is definitely not enough. Both of these projects are part of the master plan for the university. A couple of things I would like to stress are that this master plan was developed years ago and did not anticipate this unfortunate economic downturn, and that halting development is nearly impossible and unwise at this point. I know that these projects have greatly affected parking, but I encourage you to seek alternative sources of transportation. If you are unaware, Parking and Transportation is working with the Meridian Club next to Target to provide a shuttle service, free to students with a valid CSUF parking permit. Other things you can do are carpool and bike to school. The CSUF Police Department offers a bike rental program, so if you're interested, definitely check it out. The last topic I will address is the ASI, the Associated Students Incorporated. ASI is an auxiliary of the university, which means that we operate from a completely separate pot of money. Because of this, we are still able to offer the same quality of service, such as the Titan Student Union, the Recreation Center, the Children's Center, extended mainframe computer lab hours, all-night study during finals, and ASI programming. The Student Rec Center, our gym just behind the TSU, will be maintaining the same operation hours. And fortunately, our Children's Center will be expanding services through federal grants. In addition to providing quality services, ASI is committed to advocating on behalf of student interests. The ASI Lobby Corps this year is taking a proactive stance on addressing student interests and will advocate for all students here at Cal State Fullerton. They have planned to continue their communication with local, state, and national legislators in regards to any issues relating to higher education. They will also work with other students throughout the state of California to advocate on behalf of higher education. These students are involved with the California State Student Association, the University of California State Student Association, and student advocates for California's future. Most importantly, they will take 3 advocacy trips to Sacramento to meet with California's highest decision makers. There are many things you can do as a student to keep yourself informed without being super involved. You can pick up a copy of the Daily Titan, check the Cal State Fullerton main website, and most importantly, read your campus email. I would like to close this address on a positive note. One of the greatest things about Cal State Fullerton is the unwavering commitment to shared governance. Shared governance refers to open communication between the university and its students, where our voice is always represented and always listened to on any decision affecting the university. If you have any questions, please let us know. If you have any suggestions, please let us know. And if you have any complaints, please let us know. Questions, suggestions, and complaints are not bad things because they show passion. We all came to Cal State Fullerton because we sought out higher education, and I can tell you right now that we are the lucky ones. We're lucky because we're able to receive a first-class education from a world-class university. Now is the time to make your voice heard, because your voice, the student voice, is a very powerful thing. We need to remember to keep higher education a priority, not only for ourselves, but for our sons and for our daughters. This year is going to be challenging, but if we can come together, we can get through it. Thank you very much, and go Titans!